定住と繁殖くらいですかね。
じゃあ一つはクリアだな。もう一つについてはあえて突っ込まないことにした。
You know, at the end of the day, farming anime is never going to be on the same echelon or level as like the most popular shonen anime or the most popular romance anime or the most popular comedy anime, right? The ones that are hyper specific and pretty, I don't want to say plentiful, but they're, you know, each season in their subgenre there is a very specific anime that kind of like encompasses that genre, right? Like I would definitely say that, you know, this season, if you're looking at romance anime, you're looking at like The Angel Next Door Spoils Me. If you're looking at shonen anime, you're looking at like My Hero. You know, last season you're probably looking at like Chainsaw Man or Bleach, right? So, you know, I don't think a farming anime can really go toe to toe, go get in the ring with some of these really big anime. And it doesn't have to be. But what I've really found, you know, over the past, honestly, like 3 years now, is as farming anime has become more popular, for I don't know why, but like I'm not mad at it. As it's become more popular, it's been getting better and better. And with episode 3 of Farming Life, you know, one of the things I realized is like I'm very much enjoying this anime, and I'm really, really vibing with our main character, Machio or Michio or whatever, who actually goes by a different name now. He goes by, I wrote down his new name now. Let me see here. It's Hiruto, something like that. Damn, where's his name at? Sorry, guys. I wrote down. Oh, Hiraku. Oh, Hiraku. So he goes by Hiraku now. You know, Hiraku. And one of the things I really like about, you know, him as a character is you had this episode where Lou Lucy, you know, was saying like, oh. You know, as this angel Tia came into the mix, you know, you had her saying like, "Oh, this is my husband now," right? Like, so she actually took his proposal very seriously, and I love how Hiraku, man, Machio is so easy to. I'm gonna go with Machio. I love how Machio was like, you know, yes, I am. Like he was like, yes, he didn't hesitate at all, and I really love that too because like. You know, one of the things last episode is when he proposed to her, she was like, you know, you just proposed to me. Like, wow. He's like, yes, I did. And he just kind of went full body, full tilt into it, right? And I really love that as a character because, you know, if you've watched some of my content with other anime, it's like one of the big detriments to anime is these very pathetic, you know what I'm trying to say there, you know, main characters who are just these, like, unimaginable virgin type characters, right? Like it's not even about like being untainted. It's just simply like the way that they act is just it's unbelievable in a sense to be that level of. So when we get these characters that are more brazen or more confident, it's a breath of fresh air. And the reason that it's a breath of fresh air is I would say most anime these days that involve a male main character are typically surrounded by or accompanied by a good amount of female side characters, and they're typically in their pursue mode for main characters. So when the main character's acting like he doesn't realize it, or he doesn't know, or doesn't see that, or it gets old. So these anime that come out, and this is like the second or third one this season that has come out, that's like, you know, has an aware, decently confident main character. It's just a breath of fresh air, and that's what we got here with Machio here. Then on top of everything else, right, on top of being a very well-written character, right, you know, on top of all that, we have this episode specifically that not only introduced the angel character Tia, and you had Lou very much be bullish about getting her to live here, and she agreed, which I thought was really cool. So she agreed, and she spent time with Machio, she spent time with Lou, and she even later on in the episode went to go recruit more people to live here because, you know, they're kind of at capacity with what they can do from a farming sense and you know, crops and everything else. So she went and recruited a subset, like a group of, I think there's 3, 7. I think there's 7 of them. I think there's 7 elves. So she went and recruited these 7 elves who have been looking for a place to settle down and repopulate. And she brings them in, and obviously our boy Machio is like, he's all about it. He's like, these are people. I've been living with dogs. I've been living with spiders. I've had friends. I had Lou. Now I have Tia. Now he has these other roommates, right? He has these other villagers that live with him as well now too. He built them a home, and they have made it a point to say that their purpose was find a home and repopulate their race. And they keep looking at our boy Machio like, and they're like, and repopulate our race. So eventually, I hope that he gives in and he's just kind of like Daddy Machio to like all of these lovely ladies here, because he realized what they said too. He's like, I'm just gonna ignore the second thing that you guys said for now, because obviously now he has to get permission from Lou, and she has to be on board with all that stuff too. He can't just make the decision. He's got the vampire wifey sauce now too, which I don't know if vampires can have children, but regardless, I thought that was a really cool thing and really cool scene as well. So he built them a home. So now he has a 7, 8, 9. He has almost 10. Human type roommates now, and then he has the dogs who have a whole generation of dogs now, and then he has the Zabuton, the spider, and she's had a bunch of kids, and they set off to go on their own journey and stuff like that too. And then towards the end of the episode, we find out he's finally thinking about like all this land. He's like, does this land actually belong to anybody? And Lou kind of lets him know like technically this forest that we're inhabiting actually belongs to the Demon Lord. He's like, shit. He's like, would the Demon Lord be okay for me just kind of like chilling out here? So that tells me, that gives me a hint that eventually down the line, we're going to meet the Demon Lord, or the Demon Lord's going to come investigate, or something's going to happen to where he's going to meet the Demon Lord. And my senses tell me Demon Lord may also live here. My senses tell me Demon Lord may also be female. And my senses tell me that Demon Lord's probably going to be cool. So he'll probably end up siding with the Demon Lord side versus the human side, I guess it is, because the humans they destroyed the elves village. So it tells me that he's kind of siding with races that don't necessarily side with the human side of things. At least that's kind of what I'm getting so far. I could be wrong on that, but regardless, I know it's kind of what I think is going to happen. Regardless, I think it's going to get interesting. I think it's going to get very, it's going to continue to get even more interesting kind of as the anime develops more. But overall, and Lou had a bounty on her head too. She dipped out. She's short-tempered. But outside of that, though, I thought this was a really good episode. I really enjoyed it. I enjoy my time watching this anime. It's really, really good. And I'm enjoying the main character, and the cast that they're beginning to populate around our main character have been really good as well too. So let me know what you guys thought about episode number 3 of Farming Life in Another World. And my friends, I'll see you guys next week for episode 4. Peace out, guys.